funeral I have attended to in my life. I think it was done rather well, especially since Rosemary was pretending to be you the whole time, and so technically the funeral was for you, which is something I don't like to think about. But other than that, I think it was lovely, don't you think? Last week, my beloved sister and twin, Rosemary, died. She died of a sickness while imprisoned by the other country. For me, and the doctors and guards refused to look after her because they thought she was me. And because they thought she was me, they wouldn't take care of her. Because an evil queen doesn't deserve to be healthy, right? So it's all my fault she's dead. And I don't know how I'm going to live with myself after this. Yes, it was a lovely funeral, Aunt Edith. If by lovely, do you mean that Rosemary's tombstone says Catherine on it, and not her real name? Or all the protesters threatening to call off the funeral because they don't think a queen like that deserves a funeral? A queen like me? Really? Darling, please listen to me. The funeral could have gotten much, much worse. They could have decided to celebrate instead of mourn the death of a queen. Just be grateful that they decided to mourn instead of celebrate. Do you understand? I know that they could have done a little better, but at least the way it is now, it's good.
Lady Edith, is that Princess Rosemary with you?
Remember, Catherine, you mustn't tell anyone that you're Rosemary, not even the maids, right? Yes, this is my other niece, Rosemary. Her and I have been traveling all the country together. To be honest, the last time she saw her sister was right around the time of the lovely ball you had. Oh, what wonderful times we had. How can I even look this prince in the eye and try to be kind to him, knowing that it's partially his fault that my sister is gone? Yes. Hello, Prince Alan.
Catherine?
No. What am I thinking?
Yes. Hello, Rosemary. I didn't realize how much you and your sister looked alike. If anything, you look like you could be Catherine, rather than your actual sister. What am I saying? Forgive me. I suppose, since this is the first time I'm really meeting twins up close, that I'm a little out of sorts. You'll have to forgive me. To be honest, this is the first funeral I've attended to since the tragic passing of my mother.
Was Prince Alan on the verge of knowing? No, Prince Alan, I hate to say this, but he's not that smart. I don't think he could tell the difference between me and Rosemary, unless he were looking closely at us side by side. Oh no, it's alright. I understand. In fact, people used to say that I might have been Catherine, you know? Tone it down, darling, tone it down. Thank you for arranging the funeral. It was lovely. To be honest, I was terrified that this funeral would be more of a celebration than mourning a passing, you know? And I'm really grateful for that. Thank you, my prince. Especially since Catherine meant the world to me. We're twins, and to be honest, we'd promised each other we'd be together forever.
And I'm grateful all went according to plan. Thank you very much for your appreciation for this, Lady Rosemary, Queen Rosemary. I forgot you're next in line.
Aunt Edith, we need to talk privately after this. Yes, of course. Yes, she is next in line. To be fair, we are planning the coronation as we speak. We don't have a specific date, but we're trying.
Lady Rosemary, please learn from the mistakes of your sister, and don't repeat them. Please. I don't want another incident. Otherwise, who knows what will happen to your country. It could be possible my father could take it over. Try to have a lovely day.
I just don't know if I can be the queen of the country again. How do I know I'm not going to mess up again? People repeat their mistakes. What if I repeat mine? And that means what Rosemary did was for nothing. And it'll be all my fault. I can't, Aunt Edith, I can't. The prince said, Catherine, learn from your mistakes. Whatever happened, don't let love blind you, Catherine. Don't Don't put yourself over the villagers. Don't do any of that. Be kind, grateful, sweet, honest, like Rosemary was. I don't have any of that in me. I remember I used to hear Mother always say that I was more like Father than her. And I think she was right. I may be just like Father. The greatest ruler in all the land. And he may have not had truly succeeded like our father did, but despite his time as a horrible ruler, my brother, your father, was a kind man. He just didn't show it is all. He was like you. He didn't like to show it, but darling, I know for a fact you are kind. You're sweet, just like your mother and your father. Now that I know that you've learned your lesson, you won't do it again. You'll learn from this mistake. Whenever you think of doing something foolish, think of Rosemary. Think of all the sacrifices she's done for you. I know you succeed. I believe in you. And we'll discuss more on the coronation. I just hope everything goes well.
How dare you not show for Queen Catherine's funeral? Lady Rosemary most likely blames you for everything that happened to her sister.
Before you run your mouth, brother, first of all, I didn't tell the guards to let her stay sick and then die from not getting better. What I simply told my guards was make sure she doesn't escape, and that was it. I didn't know they weren't going to refuse care for her. I didn't say anything of the sort. Besides, I didn't show to the funeral because I was too busy guarding around the funeral to make sure there wasn't any riots or any people saying she didn't deserve a proper funeral. What of Miss Lydia over there? I didn't see her at the funeral either. After everything that's happened, I don't know if I can face Rosemary again. I don't want her thinking that it's my fault Catherine's gone. Or anything of the sort. That, and you didn't even bother to give her a proper goodbye when we had her in our cells. I didn't see you pass by there, not once.
Lydia has a logical explanation for that.
You think after all the months I spent in those cells, I want to go back there and visit someone else who's suffering the same fate I did? No, I didn't want to go down there. It's too much. Too much had happened around the time of Queen Catherine's illness. Too much happened. I couldn't see her. I couldn't. My heart and mind couldn't take it. Well, do you even know if Princess Rosemary will be queen?
Yes, I know, and I want you to show this time.
Understood. I'll just make sure my guards are on their highest alert during the coronation, just in case anybody who is against the two princesses, tries to hurt them or anything.
Thank you. This is the least we could do for what we did to her sister.
I know. You say that all the time. Look, I didn't get along with Catherine either, but you don't think I feel guilty about it? I don't like being reminded of my guilt. Since this coronation is happening, I have to go tell the guards to prepare. I'll return shortly. I don't think I can go to the coronation either. I don't think I can ever see Rosemary again for what I did.
I understand. You don't need to worry. You don't have to go.
Thank you, Prince Alan. Thank you very much.